I love giant robots, but my first few attempts at making robot pics with AI art programs sucked, often looking like this. If your robot pics suck too, and you want to make epic robot pics like you've seen in anime or games, then I have 3 simple prompt tips that I would like to share with you to go from this to this, or this, or this. Our starting point in Midjourney is very simple, a robot, and I'm putting the prompts I'm using on the screen, including the seed number, which is the same for all of these, so you can follow along. Robot can mean anything to an AI art program, from a toy to a manufacturing device to a vacuum cleaner. We want to narrow that down to something more awesome. So my first tip is to ditch the word robot from your prompt and use mecha instead. I know, controversial. Mecha are usually human piloted vehicles, while robots usually don't have any pilots at all. But the distinction as far as AI art programs are concerned is irrelevant, and the results will instantly look more impressive. Already I think our little robot is starting to look pretty good relative to where it came from. But what makes a picture more interesting is if it inspires a story, a narrative if you will. So my second tip is to add an art style to your prompt, preferably one which favors giant robots. Here are 3 different styles I quite like to kick things off. Bold anime art painting, robotic expressionism, and mecha anime. You can see how each art style here changes the robot's form. The bold anime art painting version looks like it was actually painted, giving the pic a slightly nostalgic feel. The robotic expressionism version has given us the greatest variety of robot designs here, and the mecha anime version has given us some robot designs that could be lifted straight from a comic. Now on to the last tip that I want to share with you, which is to add a description to your robot. Tell us what your robot is or does. It'll help make a more unique picture for you while tailoring the pic to your needs. Here are 3 examples I like to use with my giant robots. Let's stick with the mecha anime art style for now with these. Here's a heavy brawler mecha, and here we can see that our little robot has bulked up significantly. And here's a giant 1,000-foot tall mecha, where we can see the program has added little people and other objects into the picture to give our robot a sense of scale. Very helpful if you like your robots to be tall. And lastly, here's a cyborg necromancer mecha. Notice how our framing has moved from seeing the full robot to the bust of the robot. There are a couple of ways to change this in Midjourney, especially with the new zoom out options, but you can simply add the words "a full body shot of" at the start of your prompt to get the framing you want. Typing "a close-up of" at the start does the opposite, like here if we add it to our heavy brawler prompt. And that's it, we've gone from this to this in just a few simple tips. Swap out the word robot for mecha in your prompts, add a complementary art style to your prompts, and add a description to your robot, and you'll have a towering titan of destruction in no time. And I mentioned robotic expressionism in this video. It's a very fun art style, and I go into more detail about it here, along with other tips and ideas for prompts, so please check it out. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.